Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dalton at Daltonians TFs, and today we're taking a look at, well, again, another new figure. We've been kind of doing an alternate between new figure and then an older figure released, again, the reissued wave from the beginning of this year. But we're taking a look at the last one. I managed to finally pick it up at Walmart here a couple weeks ago, and that is the Transformers Generations WinBlade. Now, I really do enjoy this figure, though getting her into jet mode and everything lined up properly is a pain in the butt. And before going any further, fair warning, there is a football game going on here a couple blocks down, so if you hear a whistle and a cannon firing, we scored a touchdown. So, just to let you know about that. But anyways, she is a VTOL jet, kind of modeled after the F-16 as far as the body goes, but modified with these VTOL engines. And speaking of VTOLs, let's bring in another VTOL character, and that is Thrust here. Now you can see that she has more of this kind of, just bright red, whereas he's got kind of a burgundy or maroon color to him. I do prefer the red that she has. And then another jet from the Generations line here is Starscream with his loose cannon. Now you can see one problem that's with this figure, and that's this big gaping hole right here. Now you can take the sword and scabbard and plug it, well, let's just not say. But then you've got a problem where it's just, you got this sticking off the back, but it does fill that in a little bit. Not too much, but it just makes storage for the scabbard. Let's go ahead and pull that out of there. As you can see here, you've got this landing gear here and the two in the back, but it doesn't really do good because it's just wobbly. Another thing you can do is you can rotate these little VTOL outlets or fans. You can angle them just like how it does in the comics from what I've seen. And they do spin a lot looser than the ones on Thrust. And you can rotate the landing gear. So let's go ahead and get into the transformation for her, shall we? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and fold or untab these little rear fins, the elevators. Rotate them back. Rotate it back. To bring this up. Bring that one up. And from here you just want to split this apart. Rotate these two down. Then you want to rotate these fins around. Let's go the other way. Just like so. And there goes a fire truck. Always something new going on. My apologies. Go ahead and rotate this down while the fire truck's driving away, or the ambulance, whatever it is. Rotate those down, that'll form the legs. And I'll get more into this as far as how good her legs are when we get to finish with the robot transformation. Rotate her waist around. Then from here, let's bring up the camera. I want to rotate these pieces up. Actually, first you want to rotate this back. Then rotate up the shoulders, and they just... Oh no, wait, we have to come back here. Flip out her head, close that back up, then we can tab the shoulders into place as far as the rotating joint for the transformation. Flip up these little shoulder pads, go ahead and bend her arms. You want to rotate these little bits down and just rotate the wings back. You can angle them however you like. I tend to just leave them somewhat seeker-like. And then I rotate the fans down and around just to give it a little bit more of that comic accuracy, I suppose you could say. And there we've got WinBlade in robot mode. And you can already see my main problem with her, and that is these damn spindly ass heels. They don't want to stay in place, they don't want to hold her up. If they would have made them wider or done something with these fins to make them go along here, would have been fine, or at least tighten this up, or bring it out to where it's at least flat. You kind of got to mistransform her in order to get her to stand right, and it's just, I don't like that. It's an inconvenience of the figure, and it really sucks for being our first fan-built figure too. I mean, we selected everything: jet mode, vehicle, gender, color scheme, and we get a very poorly made as far as stability for her of a figure. But that's the best we can get her to stand. And yes, she is part of the Thrilling 30. She is number 30, so she's the end as far as numbers go. Can take her scabbard and just tab it in on the side of her leg where that little swivel relief spot is. But here it just easily pops off. Barely any effort to it at all. Can take the sword out. It's a very nice translucent purple plastic, and it does quickly fade into clear, but it doesn't bother me. I do love it. I really do. And then around the handle here is painted black with clear for that little turbine piece. I don't know how well you'll be able to see the detail on that. Right now you got like a little serrated thing there. You can just, like, if you stick this all the way in and then pull it out, it'll like rip. I know it's a little gory to talk about, but it's what it's for. And that does fit right here in her hand. I've gotten her in some decent pose before. It's just difficult to get her in there, but I'm not going to worry about it. As far as articulation goes, she does have ball jointed shoulders, though when you move them, these are fairly tight on the shoulders that they just go wherever it goes. She does rotate at the bicep, bends at the very thin elbow, rotates tightly at the wrist. Her head is on a swivel and transformation joint, but it would have been nice. Actually, I think it is on a ball joint. It's on a ball joint, but it doesn't do hardly anything. I think it is. I think it is on a ball joint. Yeah, it is on a ball joint. It's just, like I said, hard to maneuver with how they molded her collar and everything, or you know, like the collar of her geisha outfit, I guess. She does rotate at the waist as for the transformation, ball jointed hips, but it doesn't do so good to have the waist or the thigh swivel because of these bits coming up around the joint. They just get in the way. She does bend and a little over 90 at the knee, but nothing at the feet. You got heel wiggle, I guess, although that's nothing good. But yeah, I really wish I would have done better with this figure. I mean, it just could have done a lot more with her and made her so much more, you know, so much better. But you can take out her little fan here, and she can hold it. There is a little indentation right there, and that you can just take the longer part of this, it'll go inside of her hand, and her thumb will go in that little indentation. So now she can be holding her little fan and sword while holding her scabbard on her thigh. As I can, there we go. But yeah, that's pretty much it for WinBlade. I'm not gonna go too much on it. This is my main problem with this and the little guards here on the thighs. If they would have fixed that and made it to have a little bit better in vehicle mode along with these, would have been happy. It would have been so much better than it is now, in my opinion. Now the Takara one is going to look a bit better, and it's going to have the more comic accurate paint job here on the face, which I love how they painted the face. I do like that, the little geisha warrior aspect to it, but it's not comic accurate. But we'll see more of that with the Takara release coming out. I might pick it up. I don't know yet. I know I'm probably going to pick up the Takara Chromia. Still not quite sure on that either yet. So that's pretty much it for her. going to try and get her to stand before I end this video. Actually, I'll just... Alright, there we go. Now, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook. That'll be down in the description below, so I'll see you guys in my next review. I might do that 2-pack of Prime, the Evolution Prime set. I might have something on the way in the mail this week. I'm not sure yet. So, other than that, I'll see you guys later this week. Wednesday or Thursday, somewhere around there. Alright, see ya.